Three things that actually separate a house that looks designed from the one that actually feels designed. First, how to do a mood lighting for your bedroom. Second, whether the interior style has a clear vision. And third, whether every corner of your home, including the ones that the guests never see, actually works. Today, we are going to cover all three. Welcome back to our channel. If you're planning to build a new home or just redoing a single room, this video is going to save you from a number of mistakes that look fine on paper but actually feel wrong when you live with them every single day. Today, we are going to talk about three things. First is your bedroom mood lighting. Second, how to actually finalize your interior design style before you meet your designer. And third are your servant quarters, which is one of the most overlooked spaces in Indian homes and one that has real safety and functional consequences when done wrong. Starting with the bedroom, specifically the mood lighting. This is one of those topics where everyone has an opinion and most of the advice out there is wrong. The bedroom is the most personal room in your home and lighting is the single biggest lever for how it feels. Here are the do's and don'ts. Do not use a single bright ceiling light as your only source. It flattens the entire room, kills any sense of warmth, and makes your bedroom feel like an office. A bedroom needs layers, not one switch. You need to plan at least 3 lighting layers. First is the ambient layer, which is like a soft overhead or cove light for general use. Second is the task layer, a bedside reading light, directional and contained. Third is the accent layer, a wall light, a backlit panel or an LED strip that adds depth without glare. Do not use cool white light in the bedroom. Color temperatures above 4000 Kelvin signal your brain to stay alert. That's the last thing you want in a space meant for rest. Cool white light belongs to the kitchens and in offices. Definitely keep your bedroom lighting between 2700 Kelvin and 3000 Kelvin. That is warm white color. It mimics evening light, supports melatonin production, and makes every surface in the room look richer. Do not skip dimmers. A bedroom that can be fully bright or fully off has just one mode. You need the full range. Bright for getting dressed, mid for winding down, and low for late nights. Dimmers cost very little at the wiring stage and completely transforms how the room functions across different times of day. Do not place lights directly above the bed. Lying down and looking up into a recessed down light is uncomfortable and unflattering. Overhead light above the sleeping zone creates harsh shadows on face and disturbs the sense of rest. By keeping the zone directly above the bed lights free, you shift your overhead light sources to the perimeter. That is coves along the ceiling edge, wall-mounted lights or floor lamps, so the light wraps the room rather than pointing down at you. There is another thing that I will add. The biggest upgrade most people miss is a backlit headboard panel or a warm LED strip along the back wall behind the bed. It costs very little, it creates an instant focal point, and it gives the room that hotel suite quality that people keep trying to buy with expensive furniture. The furniture isn't the problem, but the lighting is. Get the lighting right and everything else falls into place. Moving on, this one is something that I wish every homeowner heard before their first meeting with a designer. That is, how do you actually finalize your interior design style? Not just pin a mood board and hope for the best, but genuinely lock in a direction that you will love 5 years from now. Here is the framework. First is to separate what you love to look at from what you would love to live in. A lot of people are drawn to maximalist, heavily layered interiors on Instagram, but they hate clutter in real life. Ask yourself honestly, what kind of space would you like to come home to every day? Not that photographs well, but something that suits how you live. Secondly, identify your non-negotiables. That is materials first. Do you need warmth? Then wood tones, warm textiles and earthy palettes are your anchor. Do you want clean and minimal? Then use stone, matte finishes and a restrained palette. Your material preference is more reliable than a style label like modern or contemporary, which means different things to different designers. Thirdly, you need to pick one reference room and not 100 images. Find one room anywhere, a hotel lobby, a friend's home, a magazine that made you feel something. Describe what you felt and why. That emotional response is more useful to your designer than 50 saved Pinterest photos with no common thread. And fourth, you should know what you're willing to maintain. High gloss surfaces show every fingerprint. Light colored sofas require regular cleaning. Natural stone needs sealing. Open shelves need constant curation. Your lifestyle has to support your style. If it doesn't, then you will stop loving the design within a year. And last, and the most important, decide your style for the home and not per room. Each room can have its own character, but they should all speak the same language. A Japandi living room connected to a maximalist bedroom, connected to an industrial kitchen is confusion, not personality. Pick one design language and let each room be a variation of it. Here is what I tell all of my clients before we start. That your style isn't about a trend, it's about your temperament. Are you someone who finds comfort in warmth and layering, or someone who finds peace in clean, empty surfaces? That one question narrows everything down faster than any mood board. And the style you choose at 30 might not be the style you want at 40. So build the bones of the home in something timeless and let the personality come through in things you can change. That way, the structure ages well and the style, it stays fresh. And in the last segment, we are going to talk about something that is treated like an afterthought in all the Indian homes. That are the servant quarters. Majority of the time, it is like a small room squeezed into whatever is left. But it has real safety implications, real functional consequences, and honestly, it reflects on the quality of the whole home. Here are 5 practical tips to get it right. Tip number 1. Ventilation and natural light are non-negotiables. A room with no window and no cross ventilation is not just uncomfortable, it's a health hazard. There should be minimum one openable window for fresh air and daylight. If the layout does not allow a full window, a ventilated louver or a high clear story window is better than nothing. Tip number 2. Separate entry matters for both the parties. If the servant quarter connects directly to the main home without a buffer zone, there is no separation of private spaces. Plan a small lobby or a utility passage, or at least a door with a lock that clearly demarcates where a space ends and the other begins. It provides protection and privacy for both the parties. Tip number 3. Include a proper attached toilet and not a shared one. A shared toilet between the help and the family creates friction and hygiene concerns. A small attached toilet, even 20 to 25 square foot, is enough. It does not need to be elaborate. It needs to be private, functional, and ventilated. Tip number 4. Plan for their storage within their room. A domestic help who lives on the premises needs functional storage for clothes, personal items, and even their cleaning supplies. A room with no storage means bags on the floor, items on every surface, and a space that becomes chaotic fast. One built-in wardrobe and one utility shelf is all it takes. And finally, tip number 5. Do not cut corners on electrical safety. Servant quarters are often wired last and inspected least. Ensure proper earthing and a covered switchboard and an MCB. Overloaded wiring in a small, poorly ventilated room is a fire risk. This one is not about comfort, it's about safety. The way this space is designed says a lot about how your home has been thought through. The homes that get the servant quarters right are almost always the homes where everything else is thought through too, because it means the builder or the designer was not cutting corners anywhere. Practically speaking, the single biggest mistake that someone can make is thinking of this decision as a size decision and not like a design decision. Even at 80 to 100 square foot, if the light, ventilation, entry and electrical are right, it's a functional, dignified space. That's all it needs to be. If you found this useful, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, you can comment in the section below and let us know on which of these 3 topics would you like a more detailed video on.